Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Tembikwala and I am delighted to have you. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe, and if you are returning, it is good to have you back. So today I wanted to come in and speak on the power of divine soul sisters, the power of connection, because we are evolving, right? We are coming and we are stepping into our own, we are identifying our true authentic self, and we are speaking our truth. We are walking on this path. We are defining what success means for us. We are getting, we are getting into close relationship with God, with our creator, and we are identifying where our power comes from, and we are identifying our own greatness as women. So one thing that is important in this journey that I have realized to be so true for myself, it is the power of people that you surround with. And I'm not just talking about the power of association only, but I'm talking about the power of having divine connection. We have business partners, we have people that we do business with, we have people that we parent together with. Our children, our friends, and sometimes we find ourselves together. But I'm talking about the people that you feel that you have been divinely connected by God, that they've come into your life for a certain purpose. They've come into your life for something greater. And at that time when you meet, you don't know, but your souls speak to each other. It is like your life, when you speak about life experiences, it's like you two have been walking in this path parallel to each other, but yet you've never met. And it's such a beautiful experience when you find women like that on a path. It is so beautiful when you are on your path, on your journey into discovering your own true purpose in this world, and you find women who are also sharing in the same journey. It is beautiful in a way that they hold you accountable to the woman that they know that you are. And even on times when you don't feel like yourself, but they quickly to get you up out of of a victim mentality, and also to just get you out and challenge you and uplift you into a place and call you higher, by your higher name, rather than to belittle you and to find things in your life that they can point out that are not going well. So those are the women that we need on our path and in our journey. I know we need mentors. We need, people. We have family. We have relative. We have people that we relate with, and that's okay. But for us to be sustained, because there are certain things that when we go through, we need a comfort. We need a space that someone can hold space for us, that we can come and be vulnerable and let our guards down, knowing that we will be accepted, we will be supported, we will not be judged, and after that we will be challenged to get back up, because come on, we queens and we have a throne to protect. And so we can only fall apart for, you give yourself an allowance, maybe a day or two, but after that we need to get up. And so sometimes it's hard to do that for ourselves when we by ourselves, and sometimes it's the power of having women who see you beyond what you see yourself to be going through. And so those are the soul sisters, and it is important on our path and in our journey. And I was just reminded when I was thinking about this friend, when I kind of got this idea, but I could not articulate it. I had this friend when this is like maybe 10 years ago. And very close, we coming from the same area, from the same province where I come from, and we were quite close. She was a lovely lady, and we understood each other. And I remember one of the times she was going through certain things, and I'm a kind of an action person, I find it hard. I'm working on it in terms of being able, when you are going through stuff, to come and I don't know how to come and pamper you. I just go into action mode, and it is now that I'm working on that. Sometimes people don't need that, but at that time I went into action mode, and she told me that I don't need that. And so what I said to her was, you know why I do that? Because right now you are in it, you are going through it, and there's something that you can't see. and I can't be there with you and be able to pull you out at the same time. And I need you, as I do that, for you to do that to me too, because I realize that when I'm going through certain things, I need people who are going to speak something than what I'm feeling, because that's not what I need. And so it is such a beautiful experience, to be having. But at that time, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it meant. But I kind of knew that, when we as women come together and support and nurture each other, but also toughen up and hold ourselves accountable, we can achieve greater things. I mean, when you are at home and you are going through it, going through emotions, you are doing that enough. You don't need another person to come in and tell you and make you feel more miserable, and not be a space that they can, and not hold any space for you for healing, for recovery, but they make you feel more than you felt before you came there. And so that happens as a result of having those people that you don't have to explain your soul to, because they see something in you that you don't see for yourself. And so that's soul sister. I mean, I there's so much that I can say. If you know, you know. Let me just say that, if you know about soul sisters, you know. And so there's another connection that I was made to realize last year. Went through a death in our family last year, and what we have in our church as as not as a ritual, but something that we do when we're going through certain things. We tell the group that we have been assigned to, and then what those people do, they pray for you. They keep you in their prayers, and during that time. One of the things that happens when you're experiencing death is grief. Even your prayers, you just don't know what to say at that time. And so, but what I realized during this time is the amount of peace that I felt within me, even even as proceedings are going and everything is going and emotions are rising up, but I felt that God was keeping me grounded. And I realized that it is the prayer of the believers. It is people who are able to pray and say certain things to God that you are not able to say. And those people, they hold space for you spiritually, and they keep you, and they are able to go before God and holding you and say, God, this is your daughter, she's going through it, and just give her strength and courage, because that's what you need during that time for you to be able to go through it. And so sisterhood is very important. The authentic, real relationship that we create intentionally, creates for ourselves with the people we surround with the people that we let into our lives. They help us to become better women. And they even help us. I mean, I'm raising a daughter. They even help us even with our children. And our children get to experience mommy having relationships with women where they pray, they come together and they pray, they come together and they worship, they go to church together, they go to business seminar together. So it creates a world for my children that I'm not ashamed that they get to see. And so that's what I wanted to speak about. But I would like to hear from you, what came up for you, and have you had this connection and the role that they have played in your own life, and how do you cultivate it? I didn't go to much details, but how do you cultivate these relationships, and what happens when you find yourself in a relationship that is toxic, in a relationship that you want to get out of? How do you hold yourself and stay true and decide and choose that this is not good for me, and you want to walk away? And so I'm so glad that